Hey folks, Patrick Cooper back with another 3 Songs Thursday series. Thanks for tuning in. Can actually start off with the original tune first this time. A song again written with Bob Merrick, my buddy Bob Merrick. He wrote the lyrics and I wrote the music. One of our earlier ones, it was actually on a cassette I did with Russell Bailey. The song is called I Want to Thank You. I want to thank you once again for all the things you do now and then, taking care of the loopholes, playing the part of several roles. I didn't see you nowhere around. How come it is you don't make a sound? Want to thank you for what you did. You saved my life and then you hid from me, and you, everyone. I want to thank you once again for all the things you do now and then, taking care of the loopholes, playing the part of several roles. I never read about you in the news, I can only reach you in the blues. You ought to get your own TV show with a catchy little title like In the Know. That's you, not me. That's you. Don't worry about forever. What you've done now, well, it's quite clever. When it's my turn to neglect, it's all I could ever expect from me. Not you, everyone. I want to thank you once again for the things you do now and then, taking care of the loopholes, playing the part of several roles. I didn't see you nowhere around. How come it is you don't make a sound? Want to thank you for what you did. You saved my life and then you hid from me, and you, everyone. A song written with Bob called I Want to Thank You. This next song is a dedication to my sister Pam. She had a birthday just this past Sunday. Happy birthday, sis. I picked this song because it was from a band called the Monkees, and they were a big, huge band in the 60s, made for TV, but then later became a real band. And Pam and I saw them live in Shreveport at the Hirsch Memorial Coliseum. It wasn't the famous, you music nerds know that there was a few dates that the legendary Jimi Hendrix opened for the Monkees, which was an unusual booking to say the least. Pam and I did not see that one. It was a different band that opened for them at the time. But we had a great time and it was a fun day. So this is for you, Pam. I thought love was only true in fairy tales, then for someone else, but not for me. Oh, love was out to get me. That's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. But then I saw her face. I'm a believer, not a trace. Doubt in my mind. I'm in love. Ooh, I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. I thought love was more or less a given thing. Soon the more I gave, the less I got. Oh, what's the use in trying? All you get is pain. When nothing gets sunshine, I got rain. But then I saw her face. I'm a believer, not a trace. doubt in my mind. I'm in love, ooh, I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. Oh, love was out to get me. That's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. But then I saw her face. I'm a believer, not a trace. Down in my mind, I'm in love, ooh, I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. Yes, I saw her face. I'm a believer, not a trace. Doubt in my mind, I'm a believer, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm a believer, I'm a believer, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm a believer. The legendary Monkees with their huge hit, I'm a Believer. Another music trivia, that song was actually written by Neil Diamond, who of course went on to become a huge solo artist and had a lot of hits on his own. But he wrote that song and it became a hit for the Monkees. This last song is a shout out to another birthday of somebody I do not know. Johnny Rivers, the legendary singer-songwriter and rock and roller, turned 79 a few days ago. If he turned 79 a few years ago, he'd be much older, wouldn't he? But anyway, he was born actually in New York, but when he was a fairly young boy, his family moved to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And there he fell in love with rhythm and blues music, rock and roll. He became a huge fan of the great Fats Domino out of New Orleans. Chuck Berry, he was a huge fan of Chuck Berry. He covered actually some Chuck Berry songs, some of his bigger hits. This particular song I'm going to do actually was co-written by Johnny. Johnny also wrote songs and produced and recorded. He had and he still gigs. He's had quite a memorable career. This song he wrote with Lou Adler, who was a producer in Los Angeles. Later on, after Johnny left high school in Baton Rouge, he moved to Los Angeles seeking fame and fortune. And I can't talk about his fortune, but he did end up with some fame. But anyway, by the time he recorded this, he was getting to be a pretty big deal. And he was working with the great producer Lou Adler in Los Angeles. Lou had worked with people such as the Mamas and the Papas and a lot of big names. Lou also was a songwriter himself. Together they wrote this song, wrote this tune, one of Johnny's big hits, called The Poor Side of Town. So you stand here and tell me how much you miss me, when the last time I saw you, you wouldn't even kiss me. That rich guy you've been seeing must have put you down. So welcome back, baby, to the poor side of town. To him you are nothing but a plaything, not much more than some overnight fling. To me you were the best thing this boy's ever found. It's hard to find nice things on the poor side of town. I can't blame you for trying, trying to make it too. I've got one little hang up, honey. I can't make it without you. So tell me, are you gonna stay now? Stand by me all the way now. With you by my side, they can't keep us down. Together we can make it, honey, on the poor side of town. To me, you were the best one this boy's ever found. It's hard to find nice things on the poor side of town. I can't blame you for trying to make it too. I've got one little hang up, honey. I can't make it without you. So tell me, are you gonna stay now? Stand by me all the way now. With you by my side, can't keep us down. Together we can make it, honey, on the poor side of town. The Poor Side of Town from the great Johnny Rivers. Happy birthday, Johnny. Happy number 79th. Gonna end up with a t-shirt reveal. This was actually a gift from a really nice young woman who lives in Asheville, North Carolina. You see, it's really cool. It's got the guitar with the roots and then the branches, and you see their musical notes. This woman is the daughter of a friend of my sister Pam's, and she had a birthday not too long ago. Her middle name is Melissa, so I did the Allman Brothers song Melissa as a shout out to her. And then she sent me this really lovely t-shirt. Again, if you've never been to Asheville, North Carolina, I highly recommend you do it. Valerie and I were there not too long ago. We have two places in the mountains that we really love. One is Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and the other is Asheville, North Carolina. If you have a chance to go to either of those places, I recommend it. So that is it for this week's edition of 3 Songs Thursday series. Thanks so much, Patrick Cooper.